purpose of this video is to take you through the process to apply for a residential building permit. So the first step is going to be to go to Kalispell.com, and then on the left side of the home page, click the permits icon. Once you click the permits icon, you'll be taken to permits and electronic plan review, and you have two options to get to the public portal for your application. You can click apply for any permit here on this left menu, or at the top of the center menu, apply for any permit here. Either one of those will work, and that'll take you into the login for the CityWorks public portal. You know it's the CityWorks public portal because it has CityWorks up here in the left-hand corner. And if you've already applied for a right-of-way permit or a stormwater permit, you can use that username and password that you've already set up. If you've forgotten your password, click this Forgot Password link, and it'll use the username, which is your email address, to determine, to help you go through the reset process for a new password. If you've not set up an account, click this Sign Up button. You'll need to enter in your information to set up an account. CityWorks uses your email address to determine what permits you're involved in. So if other people have set up a permit and added you into the people group using your email, once you log in, you should see those permits populate under your sign-in. So I'm going to go cancel here, back, and enter in my login information. And this will open up the landing page for my account, but it would open up the landing page for your account once you enter in your information. And these are all the active projects that haven't been closed out, maybe are incomplete. You might have some that you've started but not completed. And we're going to go into new application, but I'm going to do that through our test environment so that I don't create an issue on our live site. So I'm going to go in here and log into our test site, and under new application, this will provide you your options for new permits, and you can apply for any permit, any of these permits in the public portal. We're looking for a building permit, and we are looking specifically for a residential building permit. And we'll click Begin Application. So first thing you need to do is enter in your project information. That's typically, it needs to be unique so that we can track this separate from other permits. But you'll be given a unique identifier in your permit as well. So usually this is a project name. We're going to say Kalispell residential building permit. Now keep in mind you do have a limitation on the length of that project name, and then you need to enter in your location. I'm going to enter in the location of City Hall. As you start typing in, it should the locator tool should pop up matching options for you to select, and then you're going to hit next. This is all information that you're going to need to enter, your subdivision name, lot number, block number, tract ID if that's different, and then your assessor number, which would be for the property ownership. Your zoning, you're going to need to select the zoning that's applicable for your site. Let's select R2 for this example, and then your required setbacks, and maybe you'll have a comment on your setback for something unique to your site that you want to make the reviewer aware of. You're going to need to select your building type, so in this case be residential. The class of work is really the type of construction, and in this case we're going to say this is a new construction, but it could be an addition or remodel or something else. The construction type is going to the building code construction types, and occupancy group same thing. You're going to be selecting the occupancy group out of the building code. Number of stories, this is a text entry. Occupancy load, I don't know what that is, but we'll put it in 4. And square footage, let's say 2,500 square feet. And a project valuation, we'll say 300,000 for this. Now, some permits use this project valuation to determine the permit cost. So you'll need to provide that. And then we get into the people group. Now, the people in this people group should be people that you want to have access to know the status of this permit. So in this case, we've got architect, engineer, and owner, but you could change this out for someone else. Maybe you want the future owner as the tenant, so that they can know the status of this as it's moving through the process. You can enter in their information. Just make sure that you enter in their email address, because when they create an account on the CityWorks public portal, that will be how CityWorks knows that they should have access to this particular permit. You can also use this Use My Info, and that'll enter in your information in any of these people groups that would belong under you. Next, we'll go into the contractor information. Now, this opens up the contractors that we have on file, and you're welcome to utilize that. If the contractor information isn't in here, then you'll need to go back to the people group and enter in the contractor information here. So select contractor and then enter in that contractor's information. All of these red items are required, and you need to make sure that you're entering in anything that's in red in order to go into the next step. I'm going to change that back to something so that I can move on, but again, we'll go to next, and then we'll select this first contractor as an example, and then you're going to go into your related docs. So this next step. Now, your related docs, if you go to the City of Kalispell's main page, and then under departments, you're going to go to departments, development services, and then building department. And then under their permits, you'll find information about the requirements for individual permits that you're going to need to apply for. We're going to look and see, well, what are the requirements for a residential permit submittal? And we need to have a site plan, a foundation plan, a floor plan, exterior elevations, stair section if applicable, floor framing plan, roof framing plan, wall section, and then all of those should be in your plan upload. And then you will have additional reports that would be separate documents in PDF format for your energy requirements, your stormwater driveway and right-of-way permits. Those are actually handled through the same permitting portal, but you're going to go into those applicable permits to apply for those. But this is just to help you remember, hey, I need to do this work. And then if you need to provide mechanical requirements, that should be in a separate PDF document that you would upload into the public portal. So all those documents, going back to our permit here, we'll drag from our computer and drop in there. So I'm going to just grab some examples here to drop in, and you're going to add all of those in and then hit submit. And there is a consent that you need to read through and accept in order to do that. Now, once you do this step, this is the last thing that you need to do in order to submit to the City of Kalispell. So now you're given a permit number, and you should maybe write that down so that you know that this is the permit number that belongs with this Kalispell project. Again, this was the name that I put in, Kalispell Residential Building Permit, but that would be your project name, and this would be the address of that project. So now we can go back to our CityWorks and we can see, okay, here's that permit that I just applied for. And then as this moves through the process, you'll be able to see the status of this review and when the building permit is issued. So this is viewing it from your side.